Utah, where I'm from, home of the greatest snow on earth, Zion's National Park, Arches National Park, Moab, and countless more awe-inspiring wonders of nature. Utah is well known and even world-renowned for its outdoor activities, bringing in outdoor enthusiasts from all over the globe. What is much less known, however, even to Utah's own residents, is its stifling battle with air pollution. Utah is often home to the worst air quality in the entire nation. Yes, you heard me right. The worst air in the entire United States. Now, one may be enticed to ask themselves, how is this possible? When you think of Utah, the last thing you think of is masses of people, cars, and skyscrapers. In fact, Utah is the 10th least densely populated of all the 50 United States, having a combined population of a whopping 2.9 million. So how could Utah's air be so bad if its entire population is less than 1/3 of New York City? The answer lies in a meteorological phenomenon known as a mountain inversion. Ever heard of it before? Probably not. Allow me to explain. In normal conditions, as you climb in elevation, the air gets colder, and when you start to descend back down, the air gets warmer again. An inversion is, well, just that. An inverse of the normal conditions, simply meaning that higher elevation equals warmer, and lower elevation equals colder. But wait, hold on a minute. Just how exactly does this happen? And what does that have to do with air pollution? Well, let's begin with the first question. How does this happen? The first part of the answer lies in the geology of Utah's main cities. Salt Lake County, which holds roughly 75% of Utah's population, sits in a mountain valley, which, put in simple terms, is a city built inside of a bowl of mountains. The second part of the answer lies in one simple law. Hot air rises, and you got it, cold air sinks. What happens is the cold air at the top of the mountains in the wintertime sinks into the bowl-like valley, but without an escape route, the air becomes entrapped and cannot escape unless a large storm system comes through and pushes all the air out. Now, what does this have to do with air pollution? Well, as you can imagine, the waste humans discharge into the air from cars, oil refineries, and a plethora of other equipment is actually more dense than the cold air and becomes entrapped in the mountain valleys indefinitely. This allows for a constant buildup of pollutants without any of it escaping. So, just how bad is the air in Utah cities during the winter? Particulate matter found in the air is measured on a scale called PM 2.5, which means the amount of particulate matter per cubic meter of air. Now, any air that has a PM 2.5 level of more than 25 is considered deteriorating air and deemed hazardous to your health. Sunday, Salt Lake's air quality was 142, compared to New York's 67 and Las Vegas's 23. 142, the highest in the entire nation. On average this winter, Salt Lake's PM 2.5 levels hovered around 60, more than double that of what is considered safe, and has made jumps as high as 160. So, why would I take all the time to explain this to you? It's just pollution, right? Wrong. Saying it's just pollution is a hideous understatement. At just 60 PM 2.5, the air pollution can cause long-term and short-term health effects. Some of the short-term, less severe health effects include eye, nose, and throat irritation, headaches, allergic reactions, and upper respiratory infections, as well as many others. Some long-term health effects include lung cancer, brain damage, liver damage, kidney damage, heart disease, and respiratory disease. Yeah. Did you know that pregnant women living in and exposed to PM 2.5 levels higher than only 35 have significantly increased rates of low birth weight, asthma, and infant mortality? And that those infants who survive have high risks of brain, respiratory, and digestive problems early in life? Did you know that the rise in air pollutants is accompanied by an increase in psychiatric admissions? Or the air pollutants force imbalances in the brain that can cause and extend episodes of depression? Pretty scary stuff, especially considering that this amount of particulate matter in the air is relatively new, and the long-term health effects could be much more far-reaching than we even know. Pollution isn't just a problem in Utah, it's a huge issue all over the developed world. So whether or not you decide to accept the already known fact that this is the same type of pollution that is causing global warming is irrelevant. Even if, somehow, in some fantasy world, we're all wrong about global warming, great. The major cities wouldn't flood, it wouldn't get any hotter, but we would still suffer from brain damage, lung cancer, infant mortality, depression, mental retardation, kidney failure, and eventually death from this same pollution. This is the bleak reality that awaits us if we don't choose to act now. So, limit your driving, and carpool when possible. Support new innovations in clean technology. Vote for political leaders who stand up for cleaner air. Conserve energy. Remember to turn off lights, computers, and electric appliances when they're not in use. Use energy-efficient light bulbs and other appliances. Avoid excessive idling of your automobile. Advocate for emission reductions from power plants and more stringent national vehicle emission standards. And above all, educate all of those around you to the horrors of air pollution and how they can make a difference. Share this video. Seeing and admitting there's a problem is the first step in recovery. Thanks for listening, and as always, stay clean.